Hello. Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the Daily Word. Um, I have a miracle or a testimony to share with you today. It's something that I'm really, really proud of. Wait, hold on. Okay, yeah. So, just now I was with my I call her auntie. My auntie. I was visiting my grandparents. And over at my father's side. Um, I don't know how do you usually call them like in English, because your mom has parents, your dad has parents, so how can you differentiate? Is there like a word for it? But I guess okay, never mind. That's not the point. Excuse me. So yeah, I was talking to my auntie. It's been a while since we've talked. The last time we've talked is around February, and we were talking a lot about like businesses, about like the people that are in our lives, like how much we have learned these few months and all things, sharing ideas. It was we were having a pretty good conversation, I would say. I really gained a lot of value from that conversation. I've learned a lot from just that one conversation. Basically we have talked for like almost almost three hours plus. Yeah, and I did and halfway talking, I actually called my dad, and then we actually talked a bit as well. So um and then the conversation with my dad is great as well. Wasn't really expecting that. So I would I would say that the testimony from today, the miracle that God has performed today for me is for me to is how to say. So God helps me to understand my father even better from um from his sister. Yeah, because the auntie that I've talked to just now was my dad's sister. So um so my goal this year was to actually try to understand my father more, and to actually have a father figure father figure, not the father figure, actually know how it feels like to have a dad. Yeah, I actually talked about it in, I think, in my Father's Day video, um which I would say it it has been going great so far. And to be honest, I never thought that it would happen. But then God is working, like how to say, even though you don't really, you wouldn't know when it's God working until you realize it, until you have that awareness that God is actually working towards your goal or towards your prayers. Okay, for me, goals are like prayers. Yeah, um, but with better strength. Yeah, no, yeah, pray. No, no, not goals. Okay, prayers are much better than goals, I would say. So I would say I did pray about it by very micro prayers. Not I don't remember actually focusing a lot on this goal, on this specific goal or prayer. So I will say thank God for this. I really, oh glory to God, man. Like I when I was driving home from my auntie's house, I was smiling all the way, because like this is definitely not possible. Like I never thought that this would be possible at all. Like okay, let me give you a bit of a history, like my history lesson. So my history. So um I would say right off the bat, I never knew my father in a way. Like I um how to say, okay, I'm just gonna be completely honest and transparent with you. So my parents were divorced like around when I was around 11, and ever since then I've I've never I did met up with my dad, but only once or twice. But then after after um what is why is it so hard to share? Um, after we have moved to Miri, that's when things are starting to get shaky. Everything is starting to like be very very shaky, and I never actually truly knew my dad, but I just know him as someone who buys me stuff, and I never actually try to get to know him. And I think this year or last year, I think it was last year. Slowly, I tried to open up to him more. Call him once or twice. I would say like at least once a month, I guess. Like not much, but I did met up with him like sometimes in Kuching and Miri, just to have dinner. But then we don't really talk that much. I guess like we mostly talk about, I don't know, because that time I've just finished university, and I wasn't that I didn't I wasn't that good when it comes to getting along with people. I would say like when it comes to asking questions or like talking to people in general. So I don't really know what other questions to ask my dad. I don't really know what other things that we should talk about. So I would say from my childhood until now, I never actually knew my dad like I, from a personal level. Like if you ask me who is my dad, I know what he's doing, like his occupation, maybe maybe not in detail. I can but I don't know how what like I don't really know who he is, like what's his goals, ambitions, what is he thinking, what his favorite food, or like what matters to him, these kind of things. So that's something that I've really wanted um to achieve this year, is to get to know who my dad is. So God is actually putting like putting the puzzles together for me, like slowly unwinding the answers for me, which is something I've never thought that. So I was playing with this. I don't know. I get kind of emotional. I get kind of like it's not uneasy. It's kind of uneasy. You can see my shoulders are not relaxed. It's just that I would say it's because I never actually talk about my dad a lot of times, so it's like it's quite hard and emotional at the same time, because whenever I thought about my dad, their emotions plays a big role in it. So that's why whenever I talk about my dad, there's this emotion. I don't know what is it. What is this? What is this emotion? I'm trying to figure out what is this emotion. It's not. It's a bit of bitterness. It's a bit of. I seriously don't know. It's very hard to say, but this is like a very good. It's something that I'm willing to discover, like this year, and the days ahead. Today I've learned a lot about who my dad was. How What are the things that my dad has done? How is his thinking process from his sister, and and it makes it so much easier to get to know him. Whenever I've met him, like there are much more things that I can talk about, or I can ask him about when I got to meet up with him. So I would say if it's easy, then I would have done this like years, like 11 years. Okay, now I'm 22, so when I was 11 years old, my parents got divorced. So like in those 11 years time, if it's easy, then I can do it. But now after being baptized, after after I have Jesus with me, after I've God with me, not like definitely what they say is true, man. Like I can see it with my own eyes. I can feel it. I will say 100% I can never do this. I cannot do this without God. Okay, I cannot do this. Yeah, yeah, I cannot do this without God. Only with God, then I'm able to do this. So it's just an amazing feeling. Okay, even though how to say, even though it feels like a very small progress, but progress is better than no progress at all. You see, like this is how far like I how to say, this is where I'm at back then. I would never actually call my dad to ask him about his day. Never, nada, nah. So, like right now, like this is my second time. I would say, my first time was Father's Day, or like days before that. I remember. I don't really remember. But this is like the second time asking him like, yeah, how's your day? You know, like just a very simple, like, how's your day? Just like that. You like it doesn't have to be very hard. Like, how are you feeling? You know, how's the business going? All of this is just, how's your day? That's all it takes. Okay, and it's this sentence that's, if I apply it to my mom, it's easy, but I apply it to my dad, it's quite difficult, I would say. But I'm willing to try to make it as comfortable as possible throughout the days. So I'm just here to share with you some like this testimony. I know it's kind of unrelated to the title of today, but yeah, I just want to share with you and kind of document this moment, this um, miracle that has happened to me. It's just so heavy to comprehend because like I've never thought that like I we will be able to do this again. And I wanted to add one more thing is that this morning, when I woke up, I sometimes I've recast of like some sentences that I would love to say it out loud. Like I find some time to say it out loud someday. So one of the sentences that I've said, one of my catchphrases in the morning is, "Let's make some miracle. Let's make some miracles." So why do I say this? It's because it's like it is actually true, because miracles can only work when we and God um we cooperate. Okay, like we listen to the word of God, we act upon the word of God, we become obedient, we obey God's law, and then God will perform miracles in your life. So yeah, this is like okay. Um so yeah, so this morning I woke up from my bed, and I always do this. I always pray, do a short prayer, telling God that thank you for today, thank you for waking me up today, thank you for giving me another day, giving me another chance, and let's make some miracle today. Let's make some miracles today. It can be making miracles for others, and it can be performing miracles for ourselves as well. So it works both ways. Okay. So today I think I'm not. I would say I've tried to make miracles for others, and I believe it's a miracle as well. I was discussing a bit about Christianity with some of my some of my uncle's stuff in his shop here in Miri. Just discussing a bit, not in depth. So that can be a miracle as well. That's like a miracle. Like how often can you discuss Christianity with a non-believer? You know, like it's quite hard actually, to be honest. Yeah. So thank today there's like two miracles that I know of, and there's like many much more that I've never. And the day is not even over yet today, and I'm thankful for God for giving me these two miracles. Just like my earthly brain cannot really comprehend this, but I really have to just thank God for giving me this miracle. Okay, yeah, okay, I think that's enough of the testimony. Let's jump straight to the word of God. Okay, so today we're talking about hold on. Who does evil hates the light and will not come into the light for fear that their deeds will be exposed. John, that's John. Hold up. The Gospel of John, chapter 3, verse 20. You see, everyone who does evil hates the light and will not come into the light for fear that his deeds will be exposed. So anyway, this is kind of link. I can actually link a bit from my how to say. I don't know whether if you guys do feel this. Like sometimes I do feel this. But that's good. That means that you actually care and you're actually aware. Like sometimes when you are doing something bad, like just now. Oh, okay, yeah, I know how to link. Just now, when I was talking to my auntie, I don't know. I was trying to talk about the things that I've learned from this specific person, but then without being aware of like I'm actually in a way talking bad about this person, which is something that I can say I'm kind of guilty for. Like I think we all of us humans, we sometimes tend to love to gossip about other people and not about ourselves, because we want, I don't know what's our intention. We want to feel much better than they are. So I after that I did realize that, and then I did wrote down some notes on my phone, reminding myself not to say bad things about others, and only say good things and the things that you've learned from them. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to do. So everyone who does evil hates the light. When I'm doing that, right, it's like I can feel a bit of like I'm hating the possibility to the light, but then I try to shine some light onto that subject as well. So but then sometimes I didn't realize that the darkness is too much, that the light, I need more light. If you know what I mean, like the negativity is more than the positivity. So that sometimes you can see from people's face that their face is kind of different and serious, which is something that sometimes I don't really like. I would love to always talk to people who smiles, or like who smiles, not being grumpy all the time. But the thing is, like, then I realized that sometimes why they are grumpy is because the way we talk about some stuff. They want to empathize, they want to have empathy with that conversation, with that subject. So in a way we are make wait, sorry so in so in a way we are making them grumpy. We are not actually making them we're not actually making them happy, or we didn't actually cause them to smile, because empathy, we all have empathy. Okay, we can empathize with people, so that's a very great skill, very great thing that we have. So um so because people like to reflect, okay, we love to reflect what others are saying or thinking, or like when they're smiling, we smile to them. When they're sad, we are sad with them. Okay, so when talking about this, if you're gossiping about this person, you're hating them, like my expressions like this, you're sending a negative body language to that person, and they will want to reflect that body language. So imagine if you're like this, like being angry at them, and they're like smiling. It doesn't really link. That's what I learned today. Um, so then that's why I wrote down the note, like so the note goes something like this, like don't talk bad about others, but only good and the things that you've learned. Yeah. So it's useless to talk bad about people if you don't really learn about anything. Yeah. So and it's bad to talk bad about people. Okay. So that's something that I'm working on as well. Um, I I know you might be thinking like, wow, Jerry is like this, like doesn't like always talk bad about people. But then if you think about it, like a lot of us, we sometimes we don't really know what we're talking about, and you might not know that you might be talking bad about people as well. Okay, we just didn't realize it. So in this case, I'm just reminding you, sometimes we do talk bad about people, but we really have to be aware of what we're actually talking about, and make sure not to because if we do that, we're actually doing evil. And when we're doing evil, we actually hate the light. We don't want to see the light in that subject. We want to, and sometimes we got consumed by darkness. We got consumed by evil, because that's how the devil strikes. The devil wants to play tricks with you, on you. They want you to spread hate without you knowing. That's the worst kind. Okay, so even though you're trying to come up with something positive, but the devil is trying to make it to a bad thing. Okay, so that's why some people, when they're sharing the gospel, the devil tricks them into stumbling, or into sharing, into making the people who shares the gospel to stumble, and to cause the non-believers or the lost sheep to become even rebellious against against the gospel. Yeah. So I would say self-awareness is number one. We should really we should really put this top always. Be aware of everything around us and us. Again, awareness and self-awareness. Awareness and self-awareness. Okay. Yeah. Look at yourself in the mirror. Yeah. And or maybe after one event, that's why I also highly, I am gonna say again, I'm gonna emphasize again, I highly recommend you guys to actually have a journal. This is my journal. I upgraded to a big one. So I wrote down, so this is today, this is yesterday. Yeah, it's quite long. Yeah, so after writing these down, I don't really read them, but then sometimes I try to find time to do. I try to make a habit of like once a week, or maybe on Sundays, where I'm not doing anything, to read my journal, to see how I was thinking, to try to recall what I've done in the past few days, or am I happy with what I've done, what I've learned, all of these. Yeah, so from here, it actually affects me a lot when it comes to self-awareness. It makes me aware of everything that I'm doing, because I want I want to create a good portfolio, and in order to make a good portfolio, I have to do good things. So if I'm doing bad things, then I will have a lot of like uh a lot of bad things here, and it wouldn't be a good portfolio. So this is how you keep yourself accountable, keep yourself in check, to always remember to do good, because you'll be documenting it all the time, okay? And I try my best to document the bad and the good things as well, and put down there what I've learned, what I've what to improve. Yeah. So sometimes I do put, but I try not to beat myself up, like putting on the bad things there. I try to like for example, let me uh, what was that? Don't be easily affected by people. Okay. Don't be a know-it-all. Yeah, like this kind of things. Yeah. So it's actually teaching me. It's not saying that you are stupid, you are not smart, this kind of thing. Yeah. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents when it comes to being having self-awareness. All right. Okay, 6:30. I hope you guys have a great Sunday. Hope you guys are doing well, and may God bless you, and may the Lord be creating miracles in your life every day. Okay, because it's like I have this dessert, and I've tasted this dessert, and I wanted to share with you this dessert as well. Yeah, I've never experienced this dessert before, and I would love you guys to taste this dessert, the great thing is it tastes much better than dessert, and it's a dessert that is going to last for the rest of your life. Okay, forever in your life. Yeah, and that's something that's worth, I think it's worth much more than anything else in the world. Yeah, when you have this, which are miracles, which are things that you never thought that could have happened, but it happened anyways, because of God. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's it for the daily word. Thank you so much, brothers and sisters, for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Bye bye.